I voted to remain in the EU in the referendum. Indeed, I campaigned to remain and reform the EU. That was the position of the Labour Party in the referendum and the position we've taken. We are confronted with the result of the referendum. Therefore, I have put forward the view of a customs union with the European Union and, of course, trade arrangements and, crucially, protection of rights at work, consumer rights and environmental protection.
That is a long answer, not necessarily, if I may say so.
Well, it's a very long answer because it's a very serious issue, and I think you would be very well aware of the problems that are going to be faced if there is a no-deal exit.
I'm just trying to find out whether you're in or out. You
present the whole thing as though it's a rerun of 2016. It's not. What it is the situation we now face of what we do in our relations with Europe in the future.
I'm just really asking where you stand now. When it comes to a referendum, are you in favour of another referendum or not?
Our party view taken at conference was that we should keep the option of the public vote there on the table. Let me finish.
Option?
No. To make a decision which would be a public vote on what comes out of that parliamentary view. At the moment, there's no decision come out of Parliament.
The word I jumped on there is option, because option can mean anything at all. In other words, you haven't taken.
But you didn't let me complete the answer, actually.
I gave you a chance of jumping on that word option. The word option suggests that you could or could not go for another referendum. I'm just asking you which it is.
We would want a vote in order to decide what the future would be. So yes.
So it's not just me that's confused about some of this. Only 13% in a recent poll of voters thought that your position as the Labour Party on Brexit was clear, which is pretty catastrophic from your point of view.
Well, we have put our case to Parliament. We've put our case in the recent talks which have now concluded with the government, and we will put those issues back to Parliament. We've also spent a great deal of time exploring with the European Union and with political leaders all across Europe what the possibilities are for the future of our relationship with Europe, hence the arguments for a special customs union, which I first put forward more than a year ago, which now has quite a lot of quite wide support.
Well, let's not listen to Andrew Marr on this. Let's listen to somebody who's a great supporter of yours, Paul Mason, who's been a loyal supporter of yours, quoting one of your candidates in this election, who said, "Corbyn was always about straight, honest politics. Now, candidates have to take a breath and launch into a long sentence. That lack of clarity is hurting us."
Paul is a very experienced economist and a very experienced commentator, and he's obviously entitled to his opinions. The issue is, what is our relationship to be with Europe in the future? If you go down the simplistic no-deal exit, we have problems. If you simply say remain when there's already been a referendum which says we're leaving, then you either have to win that vote in Parliament, which hasn't happened, or you have to ensure there is a real choice in the future which would protect jobs and living standards in this country.